So the next section is the section that Gaille created, and that Sue is going to critique. But do you want me to just do a quick run through with you, and you can make any comments?
Yep.
Can somebody make notes for me, so I can just add them to my own notes? So, any comments about this first page? She's looking at developing professional competency. What do people think about that page? Any comments?
A bit scrunched up and too busy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So just spread it out a bit?
Yeah.
I think she had troubles with tables and image placing.
Yeah.
So
Whose is this one?
This is Gaille's. Gaille's not here today, as you know.
And the but.
Oops, sorry.
I'm noticing on a lot of our screens that the arrows are in different places. Like sometimes the back and forward on what left and right of the screen, other times they're looking like that.
Yes, okay.
well, I think she must have a table there.
She has got a table there.
She's put
I
it
think
in
she's
there.
put it all in the table. Yeah.
And I think what's happened is she's made it 50% or something of the width.
Yeah.
Or maybe she had an extra column that she might have deleted and then not known how to reset the width or something like that. But that's an easy fix, so that's good.
Thank you.
Okay. What about this page?
Oh, he looks a lot slimmer than what he really is, that's what. Yeah.
It's quite nice, isn't it? Quite a nice, interesting looking graphic.
Cold stuff.
I think
Sorry,
that,
I'll have to miss out there.
see the click the plan below, it got lost.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like either have it
okay.
somewhere else,
Yeah.
because it is
it looks like part
important.
of
Do you know what
that.
I mean? Yeah, it is important for someone to look at it because it shows where the SES is going.
Right.
I just think that it, with the orange of Murray and the orange of down there and the orange there, it just got lost somewhere.
Okay, who's making notes?
Me.
Oh, thanks, Sonia.
Why couldn't it be linked to that session somewhere earlier?
Oh,
Where there was,
that's what I was just going to say.
There's
There's a double up. because
Yeah.
I covered the SES plan earlier.
Okay.
it'd be like I've done, just that whole link to
Back to
section
the code
3
of
or something.
conduct, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, just that I lost it. I knew what what
Yes.
it was because I read it, but it was needed to be moved away from the orange.
So the comment is that it's not clear that people need to click on this, and this needs to be highlighted in some way.
I think it needs to get back to everything that's got a link.
Yes.
You know, you
needs to
put
be
a
the
chain
same.
link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So that
a good
as you're
idea.
going through, I know I've got to do that.
Yeah, maybe just a plan, where the plan is, highlight the plan and put that as a link.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a lot of times too, when you're having all of this sort of stuff,
Yeah.
on some screens you'll get the whole lot. On other screens you've got to control minus to actually see everything, but then you can't read the words because they're too small.
Yeah.
And,
Or you have to scroll down. Yeah.
Well, she's got New South Wales SES plan 2011-2015. She could just highlight that and link that to that. Yeah.
Okay. Any other comments about this page?
When you look at it,
Yeah.
it doesn't really tell you what you need the learners to get out of that slide.
It looks pretty, but it's
Yeah,
telling
it's
us
set
much.
up,
Yeah.
but if I, as a learner, if I looked at it, I thought, okay, what do I need to do with that information? Which
Okay.
bit is important?
Yes.
Can I skip over it?
Yes. Okay. So shall we see what comes next to see what happens?
Yes, but maybe it needs to link there somewhere.
Yep. No, so it's more information. So the other comment about this page is that they need to be told what to
Yeah.
look at and why they're looking at it.
Yeah,
And that might be true of other pages as well,
absolutely.
you know, generally.
Yep.
There's too
Okay.
much.
Yeah, and I think,
Too much going.
I also think the SES manual and that needs to go back into being a link. See this one over here, instead of clicking on it, put it in a link.
Why she's done it. But
Yeah, it's just that that's a full-on
There's a lot of work.
documentation that you need to read, so,
And when
which
you
they
start-
don't need to unless they want to.
Yes.
Yeah, so,
So it's an optional extra.
yeah.
And
And what's-
where do you actually start reading?
Yeah, there's a lot happening.
What's
Yeah.
better, the feedback I gave Todd was maybe break it up into a couple of slides.
Yeah.
can
What's better, a lot of information on one slide in your
No, I think it's better to break it up.
Lots of white space.
white space is good?
Yeah.
I've got a blue border.
I was-
Well,
Everything with
background.
blue border.
Yeah.
I was torn a bit between
Yeah.
the two ways of doing it. So
Yeah.
I know it's, you know, it's easy to read and efficient, and people don't miss
Well,
stuff.
what's
You can
the
just put it
short
all.
Make it
on the screen,
It's not class.
but then also, if you've got a lot of information to cover, if people are continually clicking
I
from
know.
page to page to page, that can be a pain as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's good to intersperse those pages with activities.
I was just going to say that, like, if you can make it an active thing happening each time you change page, then it doesn't make it boring.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. Okay,
I think also we're trying to convert a book into e-learning.
yes.
It would be nice to, you know, sort of read the book and then make highlights about what we want to do and then throw the book away
Yes.
and then develop the e-learning.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah. But it is, you know, it's, in some senses, it's, you know, there are nice graphics here, it's all good. This is actually, oh no, that one's okay, isn't it? It's the other one, the veto one that's gone. Okay. All right. Am I good to go? To keep going? Yep.
What was their comment on that?
The comments on that page were that it should be
You can
broken
spread it
over a
out,
number of
yeah.
pages.
Oh,
And the other comment was that, and I think the same comment as previously, like, why are they reading this and what are they going to do with it?
What can they drag out of it?
oh, okay.
I also think,
And the issue about the manual, Sonia.
And I also think that in this part here, learning development part, that they could actually add some of the courses that are actually instructed, taught in SES, because there's no information
Where is this, sorry?
on this learning and development. So when we train it, they ask what type of, you know, what do they get out of SES? They have questions as well. And
Yes.
in
The
that
next one
part,
is watch the video to gain an understanding of training opportunities.
yeah, but I think she could, you know, they tend to link over a lot of stuff, you know, go over
But
a
if
lot of stuff.
they see chainsaw and road crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, they see all the sexy stuff.
Yeah.
But they don't
The
see, yeah.
skills,
They
yeah.
don't see that you do induction, that you do GR, and then you do, you know, do you know what I mean? She doesn't have that information in there, and that's what we do with a face-to-face.
So do you think a flowchart would be good?
Yeah.
Probably would be,
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they're developing, there's a framework that's being developed at the moment, so I guess that in the new induction package that would be included, which is probably just going by what's
It's taken
in
out.
this current induction.
Yeah.
And we don't want to give Gail too much to do, you know, we need to
No.
keep it so that
Yeah.
she's got a few things to do, but not, you know, yeah. Don't make it prohibitive.
Oh, so we're actually going to modify
Yeah.
our thing
Based on the feedback. But you will decide what modifications you make based on the amount of time that you've got and what's realistic, you know. Okay. Okay, so we watch a video
On my screen, it doesn't even show it.
No, I don't get it either.
because you've got the issue with the flash.
Correct.
I can do,
Oh,
I
no,
don't.
don't even get the flash. no.
It's not flashing enough.
Sorry?
It's not flashing enough. So I don't even get that.
No.
I do that.
Yes, it is. I can watch
You
this one, but I can't watch
in
the
the other
other
ones, you
one.
know it's missing. In this one, you wouldn't even know it's missing because
Yeah.
Right.
it says
yeah.
watch the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all you've got
Okay.
is the white banner.
Yeah.
If you took the breadcrumbs at the top,
Mm.
got rid of the black box, and that's what you see.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of a gap between the breadcrumbs and the
Mm,
text.
mm.
There's no link, there's no
What browser were you in?
Firefox.
I think, well, how we're going to overcome this is that we're going to have clear instructions that go out to learners before they log in. As part of the login instructions, you must have X, Y, Z. You know, if you haven't got it, you need to download it. It's you know, it's difficult with e-learning. I mean, at the moment, I'm running a series of webinars. We have fortnightly webinars with a very large group, and every week there are people who still can't get on. Like we're at webinar 5. And they still can't get on. And to some extent, people have to take responsibility for their equipment and make sure it works. You know, if you're all dispersed, you have to say, I'll talk to my son, I'll go and find that person, I'm going to find that answer. You can send out the instructions. You can't actually make people do it.
Well, I think that's an issue that the SES as an organisation has to face.
Yeah.
Is if we're forcing them to go into e-learning, you can't assume that other people can afford computers or have access to internet or stuff like that. So they need to do an
I
audit.
actually had the programs too.
All the programs,
Yeah.
they need to do an audit and say,
Yeah.
okay, what is the minimum standard, and if the units can't pay for it, how is it going to be paid for?
Yeah.
And is it then beneficial to go down that track?
I think you've always got to have alternatives.
Yeah, that's
You know.
exactly. Johnny and I met with Andrew Edwards, who looks after IT, and we've developed a contact, a relationship with some key people in the IT department, and they're the first questions we're asking: well, what resources do we have? And you know, we're going to have to make sure all the computers are set up for this, and so we're going to work with them and they're really keen to make sure that we've got the resources we need to go ahead with it, so.
I mean, unfortunately, though, the resources are not the SES resources if I'm doing this at home. So.
No, that's right.
No, but yeah, I guess making.
But we have to be able to support our
yeah.
volunteers. We can't assume they've got
Yeah,
these.
even if we have laptops that they can take with them or something,
Yeah,
you know,
good, yeah.
like that are specific
Yeah.
to SES.
That's
But
right.
the problem with that, and I'm going back a bit, is that these people have just joined SES. So you're not going to go, they haven't had a police check, they're doing induction, they haven't had a police check or anything, and you're going to give them a piece of equipment from SES.
No,
Just-
yeah.
No, this is what I'm saying, if they don't have a computer,
Okay,
do
we
you know
need
what I
to
mean?
keep
So,
going.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, there's always libraries and there's community colleges and there, you know, people can access it if they want to. Okay, all right.
But
So
And
let's-
I
Sonia,
don't
can you
think
just remind me to talk to you
that
about
flows.
RDC,
No?
No,
which is
okay,
the remote
because-
desktop
To me-
connection,
Oh,
which
okay.
would be an option if the SES has the.
I'll just
Go back.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
I'll make a note.
the spiel on the, with all the graphics on it.
Yeah.
Without, and again, there's no outcomes off that page or any activities or any linking to anything. Then you go to the video,
Yeah.
and again, it doesn't ask you anything to, like, you don't know what you're looking at.
Yes. Or why you're looking
Yeah,
at
until
it.
you get to the next
what are
page.
you
Yes,
getting in?
okay.
Yeah.
So what you're saying actually, maybe the comment is this, Sonia, which is that the questions on the discussion page need to be provided before people do their reading
You're
and
about
watching
to,
of the video.
yeah, you're about to watch this video.
Think about, you know how this would work really well actually. Download this Word document with these questions, make notes as you're reading through and watching. And then when you get to here, it's now tell us what you've discovered, you know. So that's a strategy, it's a simple strategy that she can use that won't require her to do lots of work.
And just,
But those questions aren't related
and
to
just
what
put the
she's
watch
just
this
seen,
video
they're
on top
related,
of it.
they're for you to
But
go.
it says watch the video,
that should be on top
Oh.
of the video, yeah.
See, these
and then you've got to
questions-
go to your unit after that. So the
Yeah.
video really doesn't relate to the questions.
Well, then
No,
maybe what they do then is they download the Word document. She has some questions in there that they need to answer, and maybe that somehow links into what they do here.
Yeah, see, it's got watch the video.
Because we want to keep it reasonable for her, you know, not to give her.
Can't you just change the pages around, just instead of making more work, just get her to put this one at the front?
But this one doesn't relate to that. That's what people are saying.
Yeah, it says watch the video, at least you have it before the video, you can always then know to watch the video.
That's a generic thing, I think.
Yeah.
All of us that have put a video
Yeah,
up
that's right.
could just think about saying that on the lead up to it. Just
Yeah.
say, watch this, but this is what I want you to look for, because I'll be asking you questions about whatever the subject is. I think that would be
Yeah,
helpful.
I think that's good from a learner's
Yeah.
perspective.
Okay.
Also the idea of downloading a document and then saying, okay, as you're watching the video, keep an eye out and make comments.
Yeah.
Is that they can print that out and bring it with them as part of their assessment document at the end of
That's
the
right. Yeah. Yeah. So that's a strategy that you could use all the way through, so that they collect. You know, maybe at the beginning we say, you know, go and buy a folder, download these documents, collect them. When you come to the training, we'll be going through them with you, and in the end you'll be submitting them. You know, something like that.
So there could be one big document that you print out at the start of the course, and you're just working through it.
Yeah.
So rather than
Yeah.
downloading.
And do a big
Yeah,
trial.
exactly. Work, yeah.
Yep. So they're really almost developing a portfolio. It's like a portfolio approach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You got all this?
That's for everybody.
It's not really related to that, that's overall.
That's an overall thing, yeah. Okay. Okay, so this page, any comments?
Getting a lot to read.
Yeah.
A lot of reading. And for people that don't like reading, it'll turn them off.
Yeah, see, I'd just be skimming that to look where the link is.
Yeah.
Where's she
what actually-
sending me? What have I got to find out?
And this
Yes.
is where those
And when you have a
little
look at that
things will-
too, when they're first starting out, they may have an idea of what's coming, induction, comms, GR. After
Yeah.
that, they don't know.
No.
Yeah, so that's why they need to know
How can you
what.
make professional development with smart goals when you don't know?
No.
There is a, in the back of the induction, there is actually a page
Mhm.
that can be downloaded and put in there. And
She
that's
has got something here to download.
Where?
That graphic is good, I like the graphic, the blackboard and
That's probably
Yeah,
what,
I
yeah.
like it too.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
that's
that-
it,
and
that's,
straight
that's,
out.
yeah.
But when you have a look at that, you can't put a time frame around it.
No.
Because
We
you
have
don't
the
know
same
time
trouble
frame.
in the
Well,
face-to-face
maybe it's just
induction.
things I'd like to do, you know, it could be simpler, and then that's something that happens in a face-to-face. We're gonna have to keep moving a bit because I don't wanna run out of time again. Okay, so we're moving into our quiz, which is for consolidation activity. Did anybody do this quiz?
Show me how
The
you-
question is not
No,
there.
Sort of
wasn't
questions.
allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to make that one up.
Yeah.
Questions there,
So
I think if you
went
chose the
number three.
middle one, I think you've got a right answer.
What's that?
On the first question.
Yeah.
Sorry, you chose the last question and hit submit, I think it showed that you got it right.
Questions go, you choose the correct answer.
Oh,
Well,
no,
I'm
maybe it was the
going
middle one.
for-
Okay. So she just has to fix that up, that's okay.
just going back a bit quickly, I just
Yep.
clicked on the volunteering in SES, in the SES brochure, and it opened up in the same window,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yeah,
I
and then you
I
get a
reckon
bit
we better
lost
open
then.
up
Yeah.
in a different one.
Which page is that on?
Yeah.
So it's on the one we're just looking at with the SMART goals graphic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the professional development plan, yeah, needs to open in a new
Unless he
window.
has goals page.
Okay.
And it pulls you out and takes you back to the very beginning again.
Yeah, that happened to me
There's
too.
no way out there either.
No.
Oh, hang on, it's on the next page.
No, next goes to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Okay, all right.